What's up YouTube? Mr. Ferguson back once again. Hope you guys are having an awesome Monday so far. Welcome back to Central North Carolina, where we're here with my GCI turf type tall fescue. We got a little bit of Jonathan Green in my backyard here. We're gonna do a lawn walkthrough here in just a moment. We got more rain and I couldn't believe it. I showed you guys last video how we have definitely snapped out of the Velocity PM that we applied way earlier in spring. We were putting that down to try to get rid of some of the POA Triv. I think we were successful in some areas of that. Some areas we had to back off of because we thought we were getting some of the high heat coming in. We didn't want to have added stress to the turf. But the Velocity PM herbicide that we're talking about stuns your grass a little bit. While it doesn't kill it, it doesn't really change the color of it. It doesn't get the full color of the chlorophyll in the plant. It looks a little off on the color. We've snapped out of that now and we've got full growth coming. We talked about the ironite we put down. I am not an ironite expert. I know a lot of people said, well, that's just the end, Mr. Ferguson, that you're seeing growth. It's not really the iron. I'm not sure. I just put it down. I'm just a DIY guy and I'm telling you what I see. It darkened up the grass. So whether it was the end that 100 is the analysis on the bag, we got a different color lawn. I did also show you guys that I purchased some 700 Green Effect, which has 6% iron. I'm going to be using that here before long. I don't want to do that right on top of the ironite. I was tempted to because we've had so much rain here in May. I was tempted to put down a little bit of the 4400 urea, just do a little bit before it rains, but I've held back because again, I don't want a lot of growth when we're about to go on vacation. I don't want to come back to 12 feet of grass in my lawn. But we got another rain shower the other day, and I want to put this graphic up beside me. This has been an unbelievable May, and as I was sitting inside thinking about what type of video I wanted to release this Monday, that's what comes to mind. We're entering now into June when this video is coming out, today being June 1st when I'm recording this, and we had an incredible May. Typically we get roughly around 3 inches or so of rain in the month of May. In 2025 we exceeded 5 inches of rain, which is phenomenal. And you guys know I've been watching ever since I've got into lawn care here in Central North Carolina and planted my GCI turf type tall fescue and tried to pay attention. I pay more attention to the weather. I'm paying more attention to when it rains and when it don't rains. I think that's one of the things when people like yourself and me, when we get into lawn care, we're paying a little bit more attention to the weather and what I need to be doing at this time of the season. And I've really noticed in times past in May, we just don't get a whole lot of rain, and that's when the struggling begins in a cool season lawn in a place like where I'm at in Central North Carolina. This year, however, it's been different. We had a little period there. You guys remember several videos back, we've started to see stress out on the bank when we first hit 90 degrees, upper 80s. We were seeing stress over here on the right side of my lawn, which we're going to show you in just a second. And we even went out and put down the new product from Greene County, next line of products, the Hydrate. And then ever since we put Hydrate down, we've had nothing but rain every single week. It's been absolutely incredible. I never thought that would happen. And so it's really, we've not had a fair assessment of what Hydrate does. So yesterday, on Saturday, I did a mow. I had inventory at work and I got home and then saw the grass is long, needs to be cut, and we thought more storms were coming in, and we did get a shower. After I mowed yesterday, we got more rain, but I did a diagonal cut. You see the slant going this way. When I say double cut, I'm not double cutting the grasses. I'm going down to, coming back to, so I'm going over a stripe more. But the lawn color continues to look just great, just incredible. We're seeing some of that, as I mentioned before. Someone mentioned, I think it was Jason in the comments. I'm so bad with names, I try not to say names because I don't want to screw up and forget, but he said that's when some of the grass goes to seed and it stops itself or something similar. So we're seeing a little bit of splotchy, just brown, and it's not fungus. And while we're looking at this lawn review, you guys know not long ago we were looking at something in the lawn. We had splotches of fungus right here, right where I'm standing, and I can't even find a hint of where that was. I continue to see a little bit of just brown in the grass like individual blades, but that that fungus that we initially made videos on, it's gone. Now remember, we put down propiconazole. That likely stopped the growth of that fungus. It was in this area. There was like several little spots that had popped up, and that's basically when the grass is telling me, hey, fungus is out. It's the heat, it's the a lot of moisture, and it's fungus season. Start putting down your fungicides. And so we did. We put down propiconazole, then we came back. We did about 15 to 20 days later, we did azoxystrobin. I have those in the description of this video with the past several videos. If you're interested in go ahead and getting fungicides, I would recommend it. But all of that fungus that we had back here, I see it no more. However, as I mowed back here, I'm not seeing any type of fungus, but I'm seeing, and it only looks to be the Jonathan Green back here on the edge of the property. I'm seeing that little bit of summer thinning. I don't know how to properly say it. I guess this is kind of a good area to show you, but it just starts looking a little light green. It's thin. You start, and I don't know if it's animals. I don't know if it's possibly grubs or insects in the lawn, but I hope this shot right here shows you. We're not getting that rich green thick lawn. You're getting a light yellow, a little bit, it looks like a little bit of die off, and I'm not sure what that is, but this is what I see sometimes in the summer. Now, of course, we're down here in the shade. If I look straight up, you see all the trees right above me right here. And so it's not getting a ton of sunlight, it's getting a little bit, but areas just like this, you've just got some grass, you've got thin grass. It could be part of the Jonathan Green mix where you got ryegrass, you got some Kentucky bluegrass, and then you got fescue, and some of that may not like this time of the year, but I'm seeing that only in this section. As I come back around, you'll notice you see it a lot right here in this area, just right here, a little bit up here. It's just thinning out a little bit is all I can say. That's the best way I can describe it. However, when I come out here to our Spreader Elite / GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue, different story. It's thick, it's lush. We're not seeing that thinning out of the grass. We do see the stalks, like we were mentioning, right here, and a little bit of browning from that. Things like this, if I can get it out, just some of the brown stalks and everything, but the grass is thick, no thinning out here. It's only on the edge. Same is true where we threw down some of the, I believe, Jonathan Green shady nooks and stuff. That mixture right here, thinning out a little bit right here. And definitely thinning out right here. I don't know if you can see that. This was super lush, thick, all the way from late last fall, winter, into since now. It's looked great. It's starting to thin out. I'm seeing more dirt right here, and I don't know what that is. I guess it's just the Carolina heat, the soil. I don't know what it is, but it's thinning out. Now, this is where we use some of the Jonathan Green. Again, this is not my entire lawn. You can see it over here as well. It's just thinning out a little bit. It's like the heat is just kind of too much for it, and it's not been super hot. So that's not good. But I see this very often in these type months. This is not new. I see it. I don't like it. It's a weak looking plant right here through these areas, but the GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue out here in the middle of the sun looks strong, healthy, and looks well. So let me know, Carolinians, South Carolinians, maybe Southern Virginians, if you have Jonathan Green, are you noticing this? If you've planted GCI turf and have the same grass type as what I have out here, are you seeing any of that in any sections? Maybe just, and notice it's just in the shadier sections. So I don't know if it's lack of sun. I'm not sure, but just want to mention it because we talk about everything here. And when I don't know what it is, I'll tell you, and truly, I don't truly know what it is. Moving on, we'll go this way for once instead of back around the right side, but the lawn's looking great. You see no stress marks over here. This is the area in front of these trees that really likes to stress out when we have lack of rain and high heat. We've had a fairly large amount of heat. I mean, we're talking about 80s. We're going to get this coming week, it looks like we're going to be up in the low to mid 80s, low to high 80s through the next 7 days, but the lawn looks great. Here's one of the areas that we sprayed for Poa trivialis, and I actually, you know, took my cultivator tool and threw some seed down, and it continues to look like that seed has tried to grow, so the heat may cut it off here before long. But no stress areas, just a little bit of that blended in brown spots that we talked about from just seed, the grass trying to go to seed or whatnot. But the grass just looks, it continues to look amazing, and cannot complain. You see the edging there, it just looks beautiful. We've not had a May like this in a long time, guys, and so it's just awesome to see healthy grass, green, moving into June. And now we know that here in North Carolina things can flip on a dime, and that is for sure. Flip on a dime. We could just, the rain can just cut off any day now, and we're stuck with you know, some fading green and getting into man, just look at that picture. Just look how healthy that looks. The Ironite product, guys, I'm telling you, I'm a fan. Now there is a difference, as I mentioned before. You can notice a difference on the bank here. We don't have the same thickness, and we know the bank is already, as we mentioned, it's already been through a drought season, but it's recovered. There's no drought going on here. But just look at the difference in the middle of the front yard. In the middle, just the green, healthy stripes. We did not have that green glow coming off of it. And as somebody rightly mentioned, when it rains, there's nitrogen in the rain, so we know that. But adding in the Ironite has really made it just pop a little and glow a little bit more than I was seeing previously. That's what I wanted. Not so much on the bank though. The bank looks great, but we do have, it's thinner on the bank, it's not as thick, and it's not glowing like it is out here in the main parts of the lawn, however, but it's fine, right? I'm not worried about that at all. Also, for new people that may not have been around my channel very long, I've never fully killed off my front yard, ever, in the history of living here. Never fully killed it off. I fully killed off the back part of the side, but this is a whole lot of different grass types or cultivars in this front lawn. We've done local blended triple threat. We've done GCI turf type tall fescue. We've done a little bit of Jonathan Green heat and drought. We did some Amazon special before we got into truly knowing what type of lawn care, you know, techniques that we wanted to try. I bought some grass off, I think it was Kentucky 31 or something, where this patch right here I think came from, which is an eyesore sometimes that sticks out, but I just leave it because it's deeply rooted. As Alan Hain properly said, if it's deeply rooted, leave it alone. Let it, it's down in the dirt. You can clearly tell my front yard is deeply rooted fescue grass, and it looks great. So why would you want to mess with that? So I don't. It looks great. The bank, another story. We know we've got issues down in the soil of the bank, but I'm telling you, for May, this looks phenomenal, and I'm just I'm pleased with it and happy with it. And so just wanted to share that with you today. I love the way that purpley look and tint looks to these bushes and these plants. It looks amazing. Her flowers are doing well. These are the ones I sprayed half with, you know, Hydrotane. Oh, well, look at this. Now this is interesting because you guys remember I sprayed half, and I can't remember which half I sprayed, but this half looks pretty thirsty and looks like the plants are shriveling a bit, while on the right side these seem to be popping and flourishing a little more. Interesting. I wish I could say, and she might have twisted this, I want to say I went like this, not like this. I can't remember, but it is interesting that I sprayed this flower pot and half of them are doing okay, half of them are not. I wonder if this is the hydrate side or if this is the hydrate side. We'll never know. We'll have to do another experiment sometime. That's kind of what we're dealing with here in Central North Carolina. I don't want to blab on, but the lawn is just looking amazing. I'll put it in the background here. The lawn looks great. It is definitely have a glow to it. I recommend the Ironite. I know I looked briefly, I just saw several YouTubers have talked about the Ironite product, and it sucks. It's a waste of money. Some people in the comments say it's a waste of money. I'm just telling you what I've seen. I see a natural glow, and that is applying the product with a lot of rain behind it. So that is maybe an asterisk or a caveat to me putting it down versus others that may have watered it in with sprinklers and they're like, that didn't do jack diddly. So you make up your own decision. But the next thing we'll do is once we start lacking in rain, we will try the 700 Green Effect. It's one of the most popular videos, on my channel of how you can literally color change your lawn in hours. It works that fast. It doesn't hold in the plant too long, but it does change your grass. And especially for 4th of July, if you're looking at, we got anniversaries, there's a lot of birthday parties, anniversaries, 4th of July and celebrations, picnics going on. If you're interested in color changing, stay tuned for that video. But for now, I'm Mr. Ferguson. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. And as always, God bless you.